In post-war Britain, driving wasn't just about getting from point A to point B. It was a powerful statement of wealth, power, and social standing. While ordinary working families saved up for decades just to afford a basic small hatchback, the elite class of society navigated the country in absolute opulence. These weren't mass-produced economy cars. They were rolling sanctuaries crafted from thick steel, real walnut wood, and premium leather. Today on UKTorque, we are counting down 10 prestigious British classic cars from the 1950s to the 1980s that were strictly reserved for the rich, the powerful, and the VIPs. Number 10. Rover P4, the Annie Rover, the high-class benchmark. We begin with our ultimate thumbnail star, the majestic Rover P4. Produced from 1949 all the way through to 1964, this vehicle was affectionately known as the Annie Rover, but don't let the cozy nickname fool you. In the 1950s and 60s, parking a P4 in your driveway signaled to the entire neighborhood that you had achieved absolute success. It was the definitive choice for high-class professionals, top doctors, bank managers, and senior government officials who demanded quiet, dignified excellence. The build quality of the Rover P4 was legendary. Its doors closed with a heavy, vault-like thud that cheap economy cars could only dream of. The interior was a masterpiece of traditional British craftsmanship, swathed in thick leather upholstery, deep wool carpets, and real polished wood trim. It featured incredibly smooth, refined engines that glided over bumpy roads with silent composure. The P4 didn't need to shout about its wealth. Its stately, upright presence whispered of status, making it a permanent icon of the British elite class. Number 9. Wolseley 6110, the illuminated mark of authority. The Wolseley 6110 was a large, imposing flagship saloon that oozed political power and high status throughout the 1960s. Styled with input from the Italian design house Pininfarina, it featured long, elegant lines and a commanding road presence. But its ultimate party piece, and its definitive mark of VIP authority, was the famous illuminated Wolseley shield badge mounted proudly on the front grille, which glowed softly in the dark. When people saw that glowing badge appearing in their rearview mirror at night, they knew immediately that someone of immense importance was approaching. Powered by a smooth 3.0-liter BMC C-Series engine, the 6110 delivered effortless, relaxed performance. It was so highly respected for its speed and rock-solid stability that it became the preferred transport for Shahi Afsaran, high-ranking police chiefs, and elite government dignitaries who required luxury and authority in equal measure. Number 8. Morris Oxford Series 6/VIP Series, the upscale standard. The Morris Oxford nameplate was famous for providing reliable transportation to the British public, but when the Series 6 arrived in the 1960s, the brand offered a premium, upscale version that catered strictly to buyers looking for a taste of the high life. This wasn't your ordinary, stripped-out family taxi. This version was tailored to look and feel like a proper VIP express. To distance it from common street cars, this premium Morris Oxford featured a more elegant exterior trim and an interior that was significantly upgraded with luxurious seating materials, refined dashboard details, and enhanced sound deadening. It allowed rising businessmen and affluent suburbanites to enjoy a level of executive comfort and status without needing to step up to an expensive exotic mark. It stood proudly outside plush suburban homes, representing a clean, sophisticated take on everyday British luxury. Number 7. Daimler Sovereign 4.2, the aristocrats alternative. During the 1970s and 80s, Jaguar built some of the finest luxury saloons in the world, but for the true elite who found a standard Jaguar a bit too mainstream, the answer was the Daimler Sovereign 4.2. Utilizing the legendary XJ body shell, the Daimler version elevated the formula to an entirely new level of prestige, highlighted by its iconic, fluted chrome front grille. The Sovereign 4.2 was powered by the legendary 4.2-liter XK inline-six engine, offering a silken, turbine-like power delivery. Inside, it was a sanctuary of ultra-premium leather and endless expanses of book-matched walnut veneer. This was a car chosen by aristocrats, wealthy lords, and corporate titans who demanded absolute exclusivity. It rode with an eerie, magic carpet silence that completely isolated its high society passengers from the chaotic world outside, cementing its place as the ultimate luxury express. Number 6. Humber Hawk/Super Snipe, the government's choice. The Humber Hawk and its more powerful brother, the Super Snipe, were the absolute backbone of official British VIP transportation in the 1950s and 60s. Produced by the Roots Group, these large, heavy, and exceptionally dignified saloons featured styling that took subtle inspiration from classic American cruisers, wrapped in a thoroughly British mantle of restraint. The Super Snipe was powered by a smooth, overhead valve six-cylinder engine that effortlessly wafted the heavy saloon along highways. The interior was designed like a high-end London gentleman's club, complete with wooden picnic tables in the back for busy dignitaries. It was the official luxury car chosen by British government ministers, foreign diplomats, and captains of industry, making its presence outside a grand estate or parliament building an everyday certainty. Number 5. Austin A110 Westminster, the business titan sedan. The Austin A110 Westminster was a massive, heavy-duty luxury saloon designed to project immense success and stability. Launched in the early 1960s as Austin's flagship model, it featured a long wheelbase that translated into unparalleled rear-seat legroom, allowing wealthy owners to be driven in absolute comfort. Under the bonnet sat a high-performance twin-carburetor version of the 3.0-liter engine, giving the Westminster serious cross-country pace. It was a high-status street sedan favored by successful factory owners, wealthy property developers, and corporate executives who wanted a car that looked substantial, expensive, and imposing. With its plush interior and solid stance, the Westminster was a rolling monument to mid-century industrial wealth. Number 4. Vanden Plas Princess 3-liter, the ultimate in posh luxury. If you wanted a car that felt completely bespoke and dripping with old-world charm, you bought a Vanden Plas Princess 3-liter. Vanden Plas was a legendary British coach builder famous for creating custom bodies for kings and queens, and when they applied their magic to this luxury saloon, the result was breathtakingly posh. The cabin of the Princess 3-liter was a masterclass in luxury. It featured hand-selected, premium Connolly leather hides, a dashboard crafted from fine burr walnut, and individual rear reading lights. It was a car designed strictly for the wealthy elite who appreciated the finer things in life. Seeing a Vanden Plas Princess parked outside a grand country house was a definitive statement that its owners belonged to the highest tier of the social registry. Number 3. Alvis TD21, the rarest choice of the connoisseur. The Alvis TD21 was a highly exclusive, hand-built sports saloon that bypassed mainstream showrooms entirely. Produced from 1958 into the early 1960s, its gorgeous, understated bodywork was crafted by the elite coach builders at Park Ward. It was a car that didn't flash its wealth coarsely. Instead, it appealed to true connoisseurs who valued engineering precision and artistic rarity powered by a beautifully engineered 3.0-liter inline-six engine. The TD21 offered effortless performance, sharp handling, and unparalleled high-speed cruising stability. The interior was tailored to the exact specifications of its wealthy buyers, featuring the finest woods and leathers available in Great Britain. The Alvis TD21 was an exceptionally rare sight on public roads, driven almost exclusively by wealthy aristocrats, actors, and vintage money. Number 2. Armstrong Siddeley Sapphire, the forgotten rival to Rolls-Royce. During the 1950s, Armstrong Siddeley was a brand that built cars to such an impossibly high standard of engineering that they directly challenged the supremacy of Rolls-Royce and Bentley. Their crowning achievement was the Sapphire series. Built by a company with deep roots in aerospace engineering, the Sapphire was a mechanical masterpiece. It featured a highly advanced, smooth six-cylinder engine and could be ordered with a unique, pre-selector gearbox that was decades ahead of its time. The body was majestic and stately, while the interior was finished with a level of handcrafted precision that borders on art. The Sapphire was a car for old-money families and industrial magnates who demanded absolute perfection without needing to show off, representing a golden age of uncompromised luxury. Number 1. Riley Pathfinder, the Executive Express. Taking our number 1 spot is the legendary Riley Pathfinder. Launched in the mid-1950s, it was marketed under the brilliant slogan, "The beautiful car with the big specification." It was a sleek, aerodynamic, and highly sophisticated luxury express that left ordinary family saloons completely in the dust. Beneath its flowing, upscale sheet metal sat Riley's legendary 2.5-liter Big 4 engine, pushing out exceptional power that allowed the Pathfinder to easily cross the 100-mile-per-hour barrier, a staggering speed for a luxury sedan in the 1950s. It combined sports car pace with an ultra-premium, wood-lined cabin that offered immense status. The Pathfinder was highly exclusive, expensive, and reserved strictly for wealthy driving enthusiasts who wanted the absolute best in British performance and prestige. The luxury cars of this golden era prove that British automotive manufacturing was once the undisputed world standard for elegance, power, and high-class society. Subscribe to UKTorque for more untold chapters from our rich automotive history, and let us know in the comments below, which of these VIP classic icons would you love to have parked in your garage today?